As we know, this project has been something we've been working on the last several years, and it takes many, many people working together. First of all, let me thank our commissioners for being here today. Ms. Valerie Wynn is here today. Mr. Raymond Wilder is here today. Ms. Brenda Lynn Bailey is here today. Our Mayor Pro Tem Seth Clark is always here and helping out in this neighborhood. We appreciate you being here today, and those that are watching at home. But it really does take a community effort, a group effort to make this happen. It couldn't happen without great partners like Urban Development Authority. It couldn't happen without basically the fund that we set up in the very beginning, Macon-Bibb County Affordable Housing Fund. You're going to hear about that. Our Public Works Department, our Facilities Department, the Fire Department, the Macon Housing Authority. These are great partners that we have here in our community, working together for everyone here. You know, we're on a site right now that is very historic, and it means a lot to the people in these communities, and we're excited about that. We know they're excited about that because we've been hearing about we need good, affordable housing. And affordable housing is not a bad thing, right? You can call it what you want to. You can call it workforce housing, but really it's providing the people who need an opportunity to have a place to live. You know, we want people to have a good place to live and to raise a family. And every time I come to this site, we're tearing down a school, old school building that needed to be torn down. It could not be saved. But I think about just across the bridge here, L.H. Williams School, and the many kids that have gone by to that school, and think about how underpopulated that school is. And you know, one way to populate that school is to have 64 residents right here within walking distance or a short car ride to that school to help keep a school like that open that may be closed. So it takes a lot of people working behind the scenes to make that happen. All the people here, I see our land bank authority director is here as well. You know, you can't remove any of those pieces to the puzzle and have a project like this happen. We're excited about breaking ground today. We're excited about the possibilities that's going to happen here. I can't wait to be here to cut the ribbon. I hope it's a beautiful day like it is today that everyone has brought out here. But let's begin the program talking to some of those partners that help make this possible. We have a couple of those coming up, and first we're going to have Ms. Margaret Peth, who's going to tell us a little bit, and then we're going to have Weston Stroud that's going to follow her to tell you a little bit more about the process and how this all fits into the vision that we have for our community. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Margaret Peth and I'm the Operations Manager with the Urban Development Authority. Part of what makes this project possible today is Macon's participation in the Reimagining the Civic Commons program. And that's an initiative that I co-lead in partnership with Weston Stroud, Traffic Safety Manager. And Reimagining the Civic Commons, it's a national initiative. It's taking place in cities across the country. And the focus of this initiative is to create connected public spaces and strengthen communities. The goal of the initiative is to improve civic engagement and environmental sustainability and foster socioeconomic mixing and create value for residents and communities by supporting equitable development. In Macon, Reimagining the Civic Commons is basically a partnership of community organizations, government agencies, and nonprofits and individuals, and we're all working together to improve the public spaces in our community. When we think about where we spend our time, and that's whether a barbecue or a birthday party or just to enjoy a park, the places we spend our time to connect with our neighbors, our parks and public spaces are where that happens. When we invest in these public spaces, we make an investment in ourselves and in our relationships with our neighbors, families, and communities. In a time when people are lonelier and more isolated than ever, investing in our public spaces is a critical opportunity for connection, understanding, and hope for the future. This initiative and investment is possible through all the hard work of all of our partners, and of course through the generosity of RCC's funders, the Knight Foundation, William Penn Foundation, the JPB Foundation, and the Kresge Foundation. If you have been around downtown Macon or anywhere in Macon, no matter where you live in Macon, you've seen the impact of this project already. Some of these projects that have been made possible through Reimagining the Civic Commons are Rosa Parks Square, the Christmas lights downtown. In East Macon, you may have noticed a brand new park in front of the Mill Hill Community Arts Center, Bicentennial Park, the Muskogee Cultural Center, soon to be Muskogee Cultural Center, and then of course here in Pleasant Hill, a linear park renovations, Booker T. Washington Center improvements, Pleasant Hill Urban Design Plan and the Pleasant Hill Pathway, and naturally, Madison Street Affordable Housing Development. Our investment in Pleasant Hill represents one area of focus for our larger community investment in public spaces. The focus of our investment here in Pleasant Hill through reimagining the Civic Commons is to improve public spaces in the neighborhood and to reconnect Pleasant Hill to itself across I-75. Pleasant Hill is one of Macon's oldest and most culturally significant neighborhoods, and improving public spaces in Pleasant Hill will continue to foster well-being in this community and in a neighborhood that has contributed and continues to contribute so much to Macon-Bibb County. To talk more about our efforts here in Pleasant Hill, I'd like to introduce my colleague, Weston Stroud, Traffic Safety Manager.
Good morning, everyone. I want to start by extending my deepest gratitude to all the partners, organizations, and community members who have dedicated their time, energy, and resources to reconnecting and rejuvenating historic Pleasant Hill. This work is not just about infrastructure or development, it's about restoring a community's legacy, honoring its people, and building a future that reflects the needs and aspirations of those who call Pleasant Hill home. At the heart of everything we do is community engagement. The work being done here isn't happening in boardrooms far away, it's happening in conversations on front porches, in community meetings, and in the voices of residents who have been here for generations. We understand that true progress cannot happen without listening to the people who have lived the history, felt the challenges, and envisioned the possibilities for this neighborhood. And what have residents told us? They told us they wanted to see a neighborhood that is safe, vibrant, and inclusive. They want more than just physical improvements. They want opportunities, resources, and a sense of belonging. They've asked for better housing, improved public spaces, economic opportunities, and community-driven initiatives that put their needs first. They want a neighborhood where their children can thrive, where elders are supported, and where culture and history are celebrated, not erased. That's exactly why our efforts around capacity building and social determinants of health are so crucial. It's not enough to rebuild streets and structures. We must also invest in the well-being of the people who live here. Through programs that promote mental and physical health, economic empowerment, and leadership development, we are laying a foundation for long-term sustainability. We're making sure that the people of Pleasant Hill don't just witness change, they're leading it. And that brings us to affordable housing. Projects like this are essential to ensuring that the very people who have shaped Pleasant Hill's history can also be a part of its future. We're working to provide high-quality, affordable homes that allow families to stay in the community they love, rather than being displaced by rising costs. Housing is more than just shelter, it's stability, it's dignity, and it's the foundation upon which stronger communities are built. So today, as we celebrate the progress we've made, let's also recommit to the work ahead. The road to revitalization is long, but together with the continued partnership, persistence, and voices of the community leading the way, we can ensure that historic Pleasant Hill is not just preserved, but thrives for generations and the ones to come, for this generation and the ones to come. Thank you. And next, I'll introduce Natalie Bouillet.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Natalie Boyette. I'm with the Affordable Housing Fund, and the purpose of this very new organization is to partner with public and private sector developers in the creation of affordable housing in Macon-Bibb County, serving households making at the area average wage. Ideally, investments such as these will stabilize dozens of households while spurring development on blighted and vacant properties in the nearby neighborhood. Macon has invested a lot of resources into the remediation of blighted property, and there are a lot of opportunities throughout the county for this type of work. Therefore, the Land Bank Authority and the Affordable Housing Fund have partnered to create the Affordable Housing Developer Summit on March 26th. It's a free one-day event at Macon Mall that is interested in bringing together the Macon agencies that have incentives and opportunities for developers, investors, nonprofits that are looking to create opportunities for affordable housing. If you are interested in attending the event, just go onto the website to register at nbcahf.org. And with that said, I would like to introduce the Vice Chair of the Affordable Housing Fund and the Director of the Macon Housing Authority, Mike Austin.
This is awesome. As the mayor said, this has actually been in the works for a long time. Anytime we build affordable housing, the planning starts years ago. Before I get started, I want to recognize the chair of our board for being here today, Jeff Batcher, who's the chair of the Macon Housing Authority board, as well as the chair of Infill Housing. Infill, please raise your hand. Thank you, Kathleen and team. We couldn't do this without Infill. They are our developers, wholly owned subsidiary of the Macon Housing Authority. So thank you and welcome. So what do we have here? Well, we're going to have 3 buildings, 3 stories, 64 units of brand new affordable housing here in about 14 to 18 months. So that is fantastic. As the mayor mentioned, this will come down and it will provide homes for children who can go to L.H. Williams and who can add back to this awesome community. So we're extremely excited about it. In the end, this should represent a $19 million investment in Pleasant Hill, $2 million of which will come from the fund that we just heard about. The fund is relatively new. We just hired Natalie. You just heard from her. This fund will be a great asset for Macon-Bibb for years to come. We hope that the fund will grow to millions, multi-millions of dollars to continue to build terrific affordable housing for our citizens here in Macon-Bibb. We are extremely excited about this. And thank you to everybody. As this rolls out and we start building, we'll start preparing for a ribbon cutting, and at that time there'll be a lot of people to thank. But I think for now, suffice it to say, there's a lot of people who already have put a ton of work into this, a ton of planning. We're excited to see what happens. So thank you very much. And I'd like to bring back the mayor. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mike, and everyone else for those comments. You know, I believe, Mike, this is the largest single investment from a public-private partnership in Pleasant Hill. And I think, Lord, that hurt. All right, WGXA, don't send me a bill for that. The largest single investment in 2025. And I think there's more to come. As we look toward our SPLOST coming up, we know that we're going to make great improvements all across our community with our road to paving, our Paving the Way project. But again, it takes everyone working together. It takes you at home to participate. It takes a positive spirit from everyone involved to know that everyone needs a chance to succeed. And one of the most vitally important areas that you can succeed in is having a roof over your head, a place to nurture your children, a place to grow your families. We haven't mentioned the commercial space here. We're going to have some commercial space in this project as well. Yes, we have a $19 million investment in this community, but we also have some workspace on the very first floor that will allow an opportunity for some small businesses, perhaps even from the neighborhood, to open up a business to help support their community. Again, this project here is just only beginning. Mike, hopefully it's 14 months and not 18 months. Just the other side of that, of course, we have some project right beside that we'll be working together hand in hand with the Pleasant Hill community, the neighborhood association, to make sure that the previous gym that we have and potentially co-op there are widely successful. So I couldn't be more happier in Macon. This is part of the Blight fight. We talk about tearing things down, now we're talking about building things up. And we still have a long ways to go, but it takes a project like this with this significance that we have here to kind of re-energize what we're going. As we approach, I think I've said 800, we're approaching 800 demolished structures. I think he thought I gave him the key there. We're going to go ahead and continue not only over the next several years, whether it's 3 years or 8 years or 12 years, however long it takes to happen, to continue to make improvements in our community and not only tear down houses but build up neighborhoods. And this is one way we can do that. Thank every one of the speakers here for being here today. Thank you, media, for being here in this vitally important historic day that we have here in Macon. And with all that being said, I know you're ready for this building to come down just like I am if I drive by here each and every day. Let's go ahead and take this old school down and bring in the new revitalization for our historic Pleasant Hill neighborhood. Thank you. All right, gentlemen, go ahead.
Yeah, come right in front of me.
Yeah, I'll be gone in a second. Can I hurry?
It's always a pleasure.
You can do it in your arm.
Yeah. Now this is even better.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let's just move over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we don't want to infringe on the commissioner. Hey 41, how you guys doing? Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming out.
All right.
You see the drones up there? I think we just live in a world of drones, guys. That's the new. I know they're everywhere.
As long as they're not in my window.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Do you want to test it?
She's got to give you her mic.
Oh, okay. Sure. Man, that's awesome.
All that time it took to build this building, and then this machine can just knock it down
It's amazing.
in no time.
It's just amazing.
It's not asbestos, is it?
I know, I hope not. No, I don't think it is. It was built
Yeah.
after that. There's probably no lead-based paint in it either.
Oh, I like. It's worse.